What happens when you tell a bunch of natural haired curly girls to stop using butters and oils? Chaos. Absolute chaos.
You should be celebrated for every aspect of your growth and your growing pains.
Okay, so today should be fun. My first ever viral video, if we're being real, it was like baby viral. It wasn't like super, super viral, but it was viral enough, okay? Especially as a YouTuber. Was back when when my channel was exclusively about natural hair. And I did not know that the subject matter was as controversial as it was. And while it did bring a lot of new people to my channel, it also brought a lot of very negative comments and people to my channel as well, it was hard for baby Dasha. It was hard for me back then because I still cared a whole lot about what people thought. So I have not even been able to watch this video again. That is how much it traumatized me, okay? I was so traumatized by this comment section. People were saying stuff in the comments, or, they would be responding to something that happened in the video. I wouldn't even know what they were talking about because I have not watched this video all the way through since I posted it. So I'm going to watch it all the way through today. And I'm going to clear up anything that maybe was unclear in here. If any of my ideas have changed, which I'm not sure that they have, but I guess we'll see. If anything that I think has changed, I'm going to be talking about that. I'm just going to go through the video and see what I think and see how I feel and fill in any gaps. So let's jump right in. Stop using oils and butters on your hair. Literally stop. It's killing your hair. Hey y'all, my name is Dasha. I'm also known as the hair doula, and today I am going to tell you some things that might shock you. Shock is an understatement. It might piss you off, apparently. Some things that probably go against everything you've ever learned about how to take care of your natural hair. So just bear with me. Keep an open mind, open heart. I promise I'll make it make sense. People did not necessarily keep an open mind and an open heart, but apparently I didn't do my job either and make it make sense. It made sense to somebody, to a lot of people, but it didn't make sense to everybody. Okay, I promise I will. Now, I know when you are looking through YouTube and you're searching and you're figuring out how to take care of your natural hair. How do I moisturize my natural hair? How do I do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, blah, 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 blah. The main thing you hear, oil treatment, oils. Use oil when you're pre-pooing, and use oil in your deep conditioner, and use oil when you're styling, and use oil to seal in the moisture. Like, just use oil. Oil is the magic cure. Use oil on your scalp to help your hair grow. That is so true. It's still true. It's still the catch-all. It's like oil will heal everything. It will heal your life. It will make your hair grow. It will find you your man. It'll do everything. And it's just not the truth. It messes up more than it fixes. And obviously I can't speak for everybody and do what you want for yourself. But oil is not the catch-all. I know this because I was the person that was doing all that stuff when I first went natural because I didn't know what I was doing. So I thought that was what I was supposed to be doing because that's what people told me I was supposed to be doing. And I found out that it is not true. It's just not true. So I'm going to tell you the 3 reasons why oils and butters are ruining your hair. I'd like to just say that one thing that I consistently heard when I was explaining to people that this information did not just come out of my head or my personal experience. This information came from curl specialists with tens of years of experience. The curl specialist who does my hair has been doing hair for like longer than I've been alive and has always focused on just natural hair. So before natural hair was a thing, that was her specialty. That is what she did. She's been doing that for a very, 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 very long time. And so people who are like, don't listen to this. You can't listen to everybody. Da-da-da-da. This is not just my words that I pulled out of my ass, y'all. And then something else that people were saying was like, well, what was the motivation for a hairstylist telling you that? They want your hair to be messed up so that you have to keep coming back to them. Are you fuck? First of all, that's just not the case. My hairstylist specifically, we would work together on things like hair photo shoots. She can't recommend me and get me working in hair photo shoot jobs if she's intentionally jacking my hair up. Like, I understand the mistrust, but that's a lot. Like, that's deep. That's deeper than what I can address in any video, honestly.
Lost a lot of hair over this, y'all, for real. Like, I know I have a lot of hair, but I lost a lot of hair because I was doing this wrong. So I want to help y'all today so that you don't have to go through what I went through, okay? Because my hair would be so different. It would be so much bigger if I would have only known. Number one, oils do not seal in moisture. That's false, just doesn't happen, it's not true. If anything, I'll get to that part later. To help you wrap your brain around this, okay, I'm gonna give you a visual, because I'm a very visual person.
Oh God, I know it's coming.
Like images, make it make sense to me. Make it make sense, because I don't get it. If we think about things that we see in our everyday life, right? If it just rained and there is a puddle on the street and we dump some oil over top of it, is the oil gonna be sealed in? Is it gonna stay? Like when the sun comes out, is the water gonna still be there because you dumped oil over it? Literally.
People had such a big problem with this. Our hair's not the road. This doesn't even make sense. Yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. If you spill oil on your clothes, if you have something that's wool, if you have something that's cotton, those are both natural fibers. If you spill oil on it, the oil's not coming out. You have an oil stain. Your only hope for getting that oil out is what? To use really harsh soaps. And even then, it still might not come out. I don't understand what's so hard for people to understand, if I'm being honest. I don't understand what the big controversy is. If you spill oil on something, it leaves a stain and it's hard to get off. We know that inherently. We understand that oil is hard to deal with, that it's not one of those things that you can just wash away with a bit of water and vinegar and whatever else. That's not how it works.
Comment down below your answer because I want to know what you think. As we all know, because when you look outside, there's all kinds of oil on the roads, but there's no water. Why? Because oil does not lock water in. The water is gonna evaporate. And what's still left there? That oil is still left there, sitting on the roads, sitting on the sidewalks. It's hard to get rid of oil, leave stains. It stays there. And the same thing happens on your hair. You wash your hair, I'm sorry y'all, my dog is like playing. You wash your hair,
Even when I just heard that sound, I was like, oh my God, was that like Oliver? Was he like trying to get me to go play with the ball?
You put these styling products and then you put oils. You put these heavy styling products and you put oils and you put butters on.
This is another thing that was apparent, that was unclear, and this is my fault. I'm not talking about oils and butters that are in healthy and properly formulated products. I'm talking about raw oils and raw butters. So if you're going to the grocery aisle and taking coconut oil from the grocery aisle and putting it in your hair, you probably don't need to be doing that. If you're going to the hair section of the store and you're getting a product that is a properly formulated product, that is a good product, and it has coconut oil in the ingredients, that's fine, and that's completely different because that's not just raw coconut oil. And this is where the confusion lies, and I literally have seen it in real time. We had a Clubhouse talk, and I was on a panel. There was also like a chemist on there who made hair products. And somebody from the audience asked a question. They were like, excuse me, I keep hearing all this stuff about oils being bad for natural hair. Is that true? Like, aren't oils good for hair? And the chemist was like, yes, that's absolutely true. Oils are good for hair. This oil does this oil does that, whatever. I said, just to be clear, I just want to understand. Are you saying that it's healthy for us to go and get oils out of the grocery aisle and that's good for our hair? The chemist said, oh no. That is not what I'm saying at all. She said when it's formulated into a product, she said I would not recommend just going to the grocery aisle and getting those oils and putting them in your hair. I'm talking about it being properly formulated into a product. That's different. They pull the things out of the oil that's going to be good for your hair and leave out the stuff that's going to prevent your hair from getting things like the hydration and the water that it needs. They make sure that the oil will be able to be washed out of your hair. When an oil is properly formulated into a product, it impacts your hair differently. So when people are coming at me in the comments and saying, well, I talked to this person and they make hair products and they said this. They're a chemist and they're smarter than you. Maybe they are smarter than me. But did you ask them if they meant for you to go to the grocery aisle and get it? Because I guarantee you 100% that's not what they're putting in their products. They're not just in their chemistry lab mixing olive oil in a big vat. That's not what they're doing. So I would ask about that.
Hair. Hoping that you'll be flourishing. And I'm sure you look popping, you look shiny, you look all that stuff. Then
probably also got some acne because that oil be breaking people out. It used to break me out too. My skin is so much better for not using oil on my hair.
And the water still, and the moisture still evaporates from your hair and the oil stays there. Which leads me to my second point. Oils are making your hair chronically dry. Chronically dry. Like your hair is SpongeBob at Sandy's house. Like, water!
You okay?
Yes!
Can I get you anything?
Water would be nice.
Water! That is your hair when you are...
To this day, that still cracks me. I don't know why. I'm such a nerd.
Using these oils and butters the way that we're taught to use these oils and butters. The reason is because, like I said in point 1, when you use those oils, the water evaporates, the oil is left there. And oftentimes we're doing things like co-washing where we're not using real shampoos. We're using products that are not water soluble. So water does not wash them off. And so they're just sitting on our hair. And so what we're essentially doing, because as you know, oil and water don't mix. So when that oil is left sitting on your hair and you're not properly washing it off, it's making your hair waterproof.
This is, yes. So when you keep caking oil on top of oil on top of oil and you're not properly removing that layer from your hair, you're making your hair waterproof. And since our hair has no way to get moisture from our body, so it doesn't matter how much water you drink, this part of your hair down here is not getting any of that water that you're drinking. The only hair that's getting the water that you're drinking is the hair that's still in your scalp. That's the only place where it matters. Because all this is dead. All this is it's not getting any nutrients, any vitamins, anything from your body. It is what it is at this point. The only thing that you can control is what's growing out of your scalp. That's what your nutrition and your exercise and your all of that is for, is what's growing out of your scalp. But in terms of this, the only thing that's going to keep this alive is trying to keep it from being dry and brittle and breaking off. Keeping it alive is a misnomer. Keep it attached to your head still. Keep it looking decent. Keep it from breaking off is to give it some level of hydration. Hydration meaning water. Yes, okay.
So water cannot penetrate through that barrier of oil that you have created on your hair strands. And so your hair might look shiny, it might feel some kind of way or whatever, but it's dry. And that's why it keeps breaking. And that's why you're not seeing your hair growing, because you're not retaining length, because your hair looks moisturized, but it's dry, it's thirsty, and it needs water.
Another comment that I kept getting was, oh my God, her hair looks dry. I wouldn't want my hair look like that anyways. First of all, how rude. Second of all, people don't understand that just because my hair was in a more cottony state as opposed to being perfectly defined and super shiny, that does not mean that my hair was dry. Shiny hair, the straighter your hair is, the shinier it's going to be. The kinkier and coilier your hair is, the more woolly, the more cottony your hair is, the less shiny it's going to be. That doesn't mean that your hair is dry. That just means that the light is going to bounce off of it differently than it does something that's more kinky coily. We don't expect that light is going to bounce off of carpet the same way that it's going to bounce off of glass. We don't look at the carpet and say, oh, that carpet isn't doing what it's supposed to do because it's not shiny like the glass. It's two different, like they're two different things. So one thing that I say, it's like, my hair is not meant to be shiny. It's meant to be woolly. It's meant to be cottony. And if it was good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for me. That's how I feel. If it was good enough, if hair of wool was good enough for Jesus, wool is not shiny. I don't know if y'all seen any sheep. Wool is not shiny at all. So if Jesus had hair of wool and it was good enough for him, it's good enough for me. And I think that there's so much internalized hatred in the natural hair community because people don't love their hair. And the whole natural hair movement is built on making people want their hair to look like something that it doesn't actually look like. It's about money. It's about sales. It's about buy this product and it's going to make your hair shiny. Buy this product and it's going to fix your split ends. Split ends are split. There's no fixing them. Your hair, there's only so shiny that it can get. And shiny does not mean healthy. Okay, people used to grease up enslaved people to make them look healthy. That didn't mean that they were not being treated. That didn't mean that they were being treated well and that they actually were healthy. Looks can be deceiving. So just because my hair looks dry doesn't mean that my hair is not healthy. It just means that I don't give a fuck about conforming to the standards of what natural hair is supposed to look like. Let me get off my soapbox.
And you're giving it oil. You're giving it oil and you're giving it butters. So if your hair's dry, if your scalp's dry, part of the reason is probably because of all the oils that you're using, right? On to point number 3. This one might be a shocker, but oils are preventing your styling products from working properly.
Oh, yes.
So I'm gonna go more in depth on this point in a video that I do on how to get the perfect wash and go. But I know from my experience watching YouTube and different tutorials, oftentimes we're told to use oil under our gel because maybe the gel is drying. And so to keep the gel from drying out your hair, you're supposed to use an oil underneath. Well, 1, that's not how that works, unfortunately. 2, oils are breaking.
Dang, Dasha. I mean, I was right. That's not how that works. I still use that phrase all the time. That's not how that works. Yeah, that's not how that works. I don't know how else to say it.
Down the things that are in your gels and your styling products. So your gel is coming into contact with that oil. You know how your makeup might be waterproof, right? You can jump in a pool, your makeup is still gonna be flawless. It's gonna be popping because you have waterproof makeup. When you add oil to it, it starts to break it down. It breaks down that waterproof makeup that was on your face. Water doesn't wash it away, oil breaks it down. And that's kind of
Yeah, oil breaks down things like adhesives or goo or really, a lot of different things that are meant to be sticky. Oil will make it not sticky anymore. And that's essentially what gel is meant to do. It's meant to be sticky, and oil breaks the bonds and makes it not sticky anymore. It makes it not do its job.
a similar thing that happens with your hair products. Oil breaks down that gel that you're using on your hair, so it doesn't work properly. So now you have gel on your hair and the ingredients that were in that gel on your hair, but you're not getting the benefits of the styling that the gel is supposed to be able to do because you've broken it down with that, oil or butter. Same kind of difference, same thing.
Again, raw oils and raw butters. But really, I'll just give y'all this tip. If you're trying to get a bang and wash and go, you really don't want your product to have oils or butters in the first 5 to 7 ingredients. So even if it's a properly formulated product, if you're trying to get your curls really popping, you want to minimize products that have oils in those first 5 to 7 ingredients.
So if your wash and goes are not coming out as defined as you would like for them to, or your twist outs are not coming out as defined as you would like for them to, it might be because you're using oils and or the wrong combination of products, which we'll also get into later. But you don't want to use oils after you're done washing your hair. Now, I will say, even with saying all this about oils and butters are not a bad thing. They have their place. Oftentimes they are in the products that we use already. You don't need to add extra on top of the styling products that you use, the twisting butter that you use or whatever. You don't need extra oil on top of the oil that you're already using. So it's not that oils and butters are bad, it's that we need to make sure that we are using them properly and responsibly so that we get the best out of our hair, so that we get what we want out of our hair, so that we get this, you know, we can make the styles that we want with our hair, and if they look the way that we want them to look.
Wow. So people didn't watch the whole video. And now that I think about it, I never said that oils and butters are bad. I just said they're killing your hair. I have to go back and look at the title. What's the title? Stop using oils on your natural hair. Oils making your hair dry. Okay. But I didn't say that they were bad. I guess I should have said stop using them improperly. But that's too long of a title. Who's reading all of that?
To make sure that our hair is healthy. And I know that the reason that you are using these oils and these butters on your hair is because you want your hair to be healthy. It's just that we've been taught the wrong way.
In regards to that, we've been taught the wrong way. Another thing that I kept hearing and seeing in my comments was, she's just discounting our ancestors. It was good enough for our ancestors. So you're saying our ancestors did it wrong and their methods aren't good enough? I'm saying our ancestors probably took a shit in a hole and now we take shits in a toilet. And I think that's okay. I'm saying that there's been technological advancements, and I think that it's okay that we use them. And it's also okay to admit that the technological advancements might be better than what they had access to previously. And I don't think that that's weird to say, personally. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong. I didn't understand that one.
A lot of misinformation out there about natural hair, and that's okay. We're figuring it out. We're all working together and we're all figuring it out. There's more accurate information out there, and I'm just working to make sure that I am spreading that to y'all, because we have to shift this narrative. Like, we have to equip women with what they really do need to help them get the results that they want. So I'm here to help you get your healthiest hair, help you be your own hair goals.
People just don't understand how much money, the hundreds of dollars that I paid going to a professional hairstylist, the amount of questions that I asked her while I was there, the amount of research that I did. People just don't understand how valuable this information is because I'm giving it out for free and other people are going to make you pay for it. And I think that's what made me the most frustrated, is I was like, do people understand how much I paid for this information? How much effort I had to put in? I interviewed hairstylists before doing my, I guess, second big chop, which it wasn't like the same as my first big chop where it was like this much hair, but it was like from tailbone length to like mid-back length kind of situation. Like, I interviewed hairstylists before picking one, and then I picked one, and then she charges, she's a specialist at what she does, and she's really good at what she does. National brands use her to style their models' hair. I know because I've done a campaign with her before, multiple actually. And I paid a lot of money for this information that I then tried to go and like Robin Hood. Well, I didn't really steal it. I paid for it. But I tried to then go and give it to people for free. And then they shitted on me. And my little heart couldn't take it back then. I was so upset. I feel bad for I don't feel bad for my past self because I'm glad I needed that in order to get to this place that I'm in now, where I kind of just like, I'm not going to say I give no fucks, but I give way, 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 way fewer fucks, especially about people who don't know me. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, I was so like innocent. I was trying to help people who didn't want to be helped. But I did actually help a lot of people, and that makes my heart happy when I read the comments and someone's like, thank you so much for this video. It makes so much sense. Oh my God, I stopped using oils and my hair is so much better for it. Oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, my scalp has stopped itching. Like, I have gotten so many of those comments as well. And so I try to remind myself to not only focus on the negative, because there's also so many beautiful people out there and so much positive as well. And I'm proud of this video. Clearly it's old and the quality is not the same, but I'm proud of this video.
Just to help you feel good about yourself, because you're worth it. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. So stick with me. I'm gonna be doing a couple of these videos going in depth about different myths about natural hair and different misconceptions. So let me know if there's anything that's specific that you want to know about, if there's a new trend that's happening and you want to, you know.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it. We got the gist.
A take on it, if it works or if it doesn't work.
Like how much
let
more?
me know, because I would love to do a video on it for y'all. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. If you have any questions, if you're like,
Why am I rambling so much?
Dasha, this don't sound right. What are you talking about? Literally comment down below.
People did do that. I wish they would have done it a little more lovingly. But people did do that. Some people did it lovingly.
Respond to all my comments, at least for now, while they're manageable.
They got unmanageable real quick. I'm still responding to comments from this video.
They're still manageable. Hopefully they get not manageable.
They did.
So that's what I'm going for, but I'm still gonna respond to as many as I can at that point. But yes, questions, comments, concerns, put it below. Remember to like, comment, please subscribe if you want to see more information like this, and hit the bell notification if you want to be the first to know when I post a new video. Have a great day. Bye.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm proud and happy that I did that, and even though it was kind of painful at the time when it happened, it's opened up so many opportunities for me, and I will forever be grateful for that version of myself and that little crackly, not great quality video that I made, and just having the courage to put myself out there and to try. So I'm going to take a lesson out of old me's book and continue to do that day by day, and I hope you do the same. Thank y'all for watching. Bye! Watch the next video or not. It's up to you. Either way, I'm glad I got to spend this time with you.